All right, so we backstage here, St. Thomas Carnival, broadcasting live synergy. All right, we have what they call the Fresh Prince of Bouillon, Rio.
Yes, I don't know the Fresh Prince of Bouillon Rio. Okay, boom from Dominica.
Now,
Here in St. Thomas.
I'm gonna take it easy on you because I know the voice, right? Yeah. I mean, being called the Fresh Prince, label as that when you're performing on a stage with like Trilogy, Shelly, all these guys. What that mean to you, man?
That means a lot, because all of us is a brotherhood. We pushing a movement, not just bouillon, but Caribbean music, unity. You understand? We're also trying to motivate others from other islands to also push their style of music. For example, we have a lot of brothers here in rock. You understand? Look who just had Quan Dog on stage. Third is our boy. Anthony Nips is our people. You understand? We love VI. We want them to push the brand too, to get on a big stage, get international and boss too.
Now, beyond for the past, I would say for the past 3 years, has been making waves. You're seeing it now in a lot of the festivals, a lot of the carnivals and stuff like that. What do you attribute to that, man? Because it's always been around.
It's always been around. It's always been around. What I would say is the moment it got a chance to be on a big stage, a lot of us took that opportunity serious. You could either say, yeah, we make it and do nothing about it. But I think a lot of us take the opportunity and figure, yo, we have some attention on our music. Let's try to put out some good music. Because you can get a one-hit song in a whole genre and no one continues the vibe. But I think a lot of us from Dominica, because we was already passionate about our music.
Yes.
Now that we have the platform, it was just to continue going.
Now, I'm seeing a lot of collaborations now with you and a lot of collaborations with a lot of the Bouillon artists. Who would you know as if the young one coming up now with the Bouillon, who would you like to see yourself collaborating with?
In the Bouillon space or?
Nah, overall, man, because it's a wave as a movement, as you said. So overall.
To be honest, I thinking of the only way the genre can get bigger is if you have people from other genres
Correct.
collaborate and give it support. So for example, I'm not sure which African artist, but I would love to do a collaboration with at least an African artist to get it to cross over into Africa. Africa has a lot of things that basically are similar to Bouillon. Remember, that's the motherland. So I would love to have that type of collaboration. In terms of the US, if I could get a 21 Savage collaboration, he has family in Dominica, so it's still part of his roots. So that would be good to get him on a Bouillon.
Well, listen, man, continue success. I ain't gonna keep you too long because I know the voice and you just come off the stage. Anything you want to tell the folks watching around the world right now, as the up and coming, as I said, the Fresh Prince of Bouillon, what you tell the folks and them?
I tell the folks and them, your boy is really passionate about this. I'll just, just check me out on Instagram. Anyone that's interested in music, I would tell you, try to be yourself, try to be as original as possible. No matter how different and weird it may seem to others, but people love originality. You understand? The brain tends to get tired of the same thing over and over again. So don't be afraid to be different. You understand? Look out for me, I have new music coming. Check out my Instagram at Rio OK. Boom! Yes, sir.
Yeah, the man himself, all right? And listen, the girls love him, and as you walk out on stage, they start a ball along the place for the man.
Yeah, man, you don't know. This is my first time in St. Thomas for Carnival.
Oh, first time.
First time ever. Last year I wanted to come, but I lost my passport, so I wasn't able to come. But I made sure I have my passport secured for this year because I cannot afford to miss that. It's going to be my first jury. I want to be on the road, I want to see the vibes, I want to feel the energy,
Well, brother, you make a name for yourself out on that stage.
Yeah, man. Hopefully if I carry on, I do good, I'll be back next year to shell along the place again.
Well, they say the USVI have 3 reasons to fed. You have St. Thomas, you have St. John's, and you have St. Croix.
That's true.
So,
That's true. I've done St. Croix before. I've done St. Croix before. This is my first time in St. Thomas. Hopefully I can do St. John.
yeah, there it is. We will put it out there. You never know.